Hey guys, Lord Dunecat here, and today we're going to be playing a game which kinda on brand. It's about a cat. This is, I think it was Do Not Take This Cat Home. My friend said he wanted to see me play it like a while ago, and I've just been putting it off, but I'm finally deciding to record it and see what happens. So let's see what it's about. By the way, that disclaimer was on there so you could all read it and know if you shouldn't be watching this. Because obviously, please take care of yourself. Alright, so let's get into the game. You're not having a great day. As usual. Very realistic. Oh, great. More rain. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. Alright. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Like it always does. Can't go for a walk without getting wet. Gotta, God hates me, and you know it. Typical. See? But maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. 100% shouldn't have went outside. Yeah. You can always try again tomorrow. Makes sense. Right. Well, yeah, it's not like a meteor's gonna hit, destroying the world. So, You turn to head home when... A cat. Huh? What was that? Man, I must be stupid if I don't know what a meow is. There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Why are you going for a walk if people are going missing? Just not a smart idea whatsoever. Well, that and the weather. Yeah, the weather. That's the part that should concern you. Oh no, it's raining. That kidnapper won't be around here while the water's out. But none of them reacted to the sound at all, so I must be insane. Of course, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Curiosity guiding your steps. You follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. Right, and then the black van pulls up, I get thrown in, and then organ trade. Let's go. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. Alright, so for everyone watching this, you hear a sound from a dark alley. Don't go into it. Or you'll die in horror movies. Horror movies have taught me everything. Don't go towards the sounds. Never goes good. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. It makes sense. Oh, is that a cat? Oh, it's a cat. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. That little guy's cute as fuck. Immediately pick him up, take him home, feed him, give him a little bath. Boom, new pet. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. Yeah, since you were meowing, what was I expecting? A dog? It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. That's some excellent poetry right there. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Hey, little guy, how are you? You can meow? That's crazy. Insane, even. So cute. Yeah, it's a cat. Fucking. This guy, can you believe it? And it definitely knows it. It's using it to its advantage. See, this is the spy cat. Everyone knows about the spy cats. You've never had much of an opinion, one way or another, about cats before. I don't know about this guy. Me? Cats, best animal. Wolves, second best animal. Watch the last Cats vs. Wolf episode. You'll know why. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. How do you know they haven't? People are like, oh, watch out, the lizard men are in the government. Nah, those are cat people. Don't you know anything? You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Does Wall Leader want his chin scratched? Coochie coochie coo. And now I'm being executed at dawn. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point. Sup, cat? What you thinking? The cat doesn't answer you. Well, no shit. It doesn't speak English. Obviously. I have future sight. Pretty clearly. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you suspiciously, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Rook to b9, checkmate. Well, the game is called Do Not Take the Cat Home. But also, I can't leave a cat just outside, because then what's going to happen to it? I'm going to take that cat home. You know what? You reach into the box and pick up the cat, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Mine. He agrees. You're all alone, and, well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so. You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Well, yeah, body heat. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, little guy, okay? You understand the English language, don't you? You stop by a small, local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom. One you live alone in. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. Oh, sardines, let's go! You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. What? You went, no. You go, pss, 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 pss. That's how you get a cat to come to you. Obviously, everyone knows this. It perks up at your beckon and rushes over. That's not a cat, that's a military spy. It's a drone. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it. Man, you got the wrong kind of fish. It wasn't supposed to be sardines. It was supposed to be tuna. You ignorant ignoramus. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. Fucking eat. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. You don't understand the concept of good food. You asshole. It's just a cat after all. Do not degrade its intelligence because you're stupid. This guy, can you believe it? I'll just leave it here. If you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough for a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Ah, yeah. Bread, bologna, cheese, sandwich. Maybe some ketchup. Bread, toasted. What fucking sandwich are you making? Mayo and mustard spread? What else are you putting on the sandwich? Turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. But why toast the bread? Tomato sliced. Ow. Fucking watch where you're slicing. Don't watch where you're slicing. Lose a finger. And now you're down one digit. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Just watch where the knife's slicing. Dumbass. Stupid. I am brain linking right now. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. Yeah, I don't even want a sandwich anymore. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows, almost pointingly at it. Don't worry, little guy, I'm alright. It was just done. You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly, but enthusiastically, at the blood on the knife. You know, out of all the cats I've owned, none have ever actively consumed blood. So, maybe, just maybe, this cat might have something wrong with it. Mentally. And your blood specifically. Is it because you're the only person who cut themselves recently? Outrageous. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. For one, don't let your cat jump near sharp objects. 2, don't be shocked and let it consume what it's licking before you decide to do anything. The cats sit back, staring at you. Feed me more sustenance, mortal. You feel a little uneasy. It's because you're a terrible owner. Because I'd also feel uneasy if I was a terrible owner. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? I don't know about that, Chief. Sure, you're no cat expert. But that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. I mean, obviously not. right? Right, 100%. Ordinary cat would not do that. Or maybe I've just never let a cat get that close to do it in front of me. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. I mean, yeah, cat does something weird. Doesn't mean you should just throw it out the door. Obviously, you're gonna let it stay a while. You were going to take to a shelter tomorrow. Anyway, what's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Why does it keep specifying that it's just a cat? That's what I want to know. It's like, it's just a cat. Cthulhu? What were you doing in a cat's body? Like, the rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. The cat started using telekinetic powers to throw my remote away. Even after covering up your finger's cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. That cat's gonna just eat his finger in his sleep. That seems what it's going for. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. You live in a grimy, rainy place. Just go out and fucking get a rat or something. Just toss it to the cat. See, the cat wants a rat. Get the cat a mouse. Stat. Oh, come on. Enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the counter and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down? You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and the power's out. Oh God, I knew I should have paid my utility bill. The lights just went out. You know, lightning could have just hit your building, causing a power outage. That's totally possible. Great. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. See, now you're thinking with a stovetop convertible. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. When is this taking place? I have never even known a cell phone to use like actual batteries you put into it. It's always a battery you just charge. Cell phone out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. It's out of charge then, not batteries. The phrasing is real messy. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual schedule of keeping your phone charged. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Yeah, that's light. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Sorry, I had to get my shotgun ready just in case a burglar jumps out. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky's pitch black. What time is it? You check the clock. No, it's 4 p.m. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Ah, yes, it's kill hella clock, of course, yes. Cat, I need to ask you a serious question. Are you the embodiment of Satan? Perhaps? Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up anyways. Yeah. Why would the power's out? Why would you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna check the clock real quick? Fucking. I'm going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue. If you didn't know any better, if you were a stupid, dumb idiot, man. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. So the Satan question, is it still up on the table? Up and away? It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. Those damn yellow eyes. You're afraid. Like any sane person would be. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. Yes, because that's still an option. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Hey, just fight the urge. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. You know what would really help this? If the eyes couldn't hold me still anymore. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky. What did you notice? Please tell me. Oh, the flashlight flickers. Oh, okay. So he didn't do that himself. Okay. Oh god, there's no light. But now it can't hold you still. Start firing randomly. And the cat is gone. Hey look, it seems to be midnight. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctured with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overridden as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? Again, not the thought you should be thinking right now. You don't know why such a question matters at the moment. Yep, no reason for it to matter at the moment. You're in the house with what seems to be a Lovecraftian monster. But you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. Oh yes, of course. Oh hey, it's plugged into a backup generator. Alright. I understand why the cat's Cthulhu now. That order will be restored. It won't. But no answer comes to mind. Backup generator. Gotcha. Next question. You walk away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response. Like a predator prepared to pounce. Like a perpetrating predator prepared to pounce its prey. But waiting. Waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel it's an impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. I don't like how that sounded in my headphones. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens in you. Ultra instinct. Making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement. Of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Oh God! A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. Who put... Is that an entire train spike through my foot? How do you even get one of these? At first, you think you've broken your ankle. You said in the center of your foot? Not even near your ankle. But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pooling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Oh God, it's the knife. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object, glinting in a strange light coming in from outside. It was literally pitch black out there. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, where, in regards to your inexplicably opened door, screech to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. That's the knife I cut myself on. How did I not notice that 20 seconds ago? It's your kitchen knife. Yeah, I just said that. Thanks. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder. No, I'm sorry to tell you, but that was not, from our blunder. That was very clearly not our fault. Wasn't it completely lit clean by the... God damn. You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on. How it ended up standing straight up on your living room floor, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. Feed me sustenance. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing, golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light of your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. We're off to lick the blood off of the knife. And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. I see. I understand it now. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in. Licking away your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Sup, cat? Golden eyes slide up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. Yeah, I know. I kind of stepped right side up onto a knife. You're bleeding. You said that already. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching, as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. Now, it might have telekinetic powers, but I've got a pretty strong haymaker. Let's see it jump at me. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You could just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leave in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? You know what? I want to look behind me, just to see what it is. Oh God, not... Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Fuck you mean ending 0? There are multiple endings to this shit? What? Something happened. Holy. Okay. Alright then. Something happened. You think. Anyway, you can't really remember what. This is an actual, like, long game, so, I'm gonna press continue. Alright, well, I think I'm just going to save this, and that's going to be, I guess, the first episode of Don't Take This Cat In. I guess I'll be back with a second episode, and I'm gonna try and get all 40 endings, I guess. So, if you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Only you and I will know. Tell me if you'd take this cat home. Because I'm still debating. I might have. Even knowing all this, I might have. Seems like a strange adventure to go on and never come back from. So, as always, stay cool, cats.